Welcome! Should be a fairly brief video today. Just got a couple of vinyl record pickups to show you that shouldn't take too long. One of them, the first one I'll show you, I'm so delighted I've got this. It's been a bit of a missing piece of the puzzle for quite some time in my record collection. And the second thing, which arrived today, so I'll open that out of its mailer with you. I would say that's quite an impulsive purchase really, but I'm quite excited about it. I just couldn't resist it because it was half price. So to the first album, and this was from a place that I've not used their website until I got this, but I had used them on Discogs. I alluded to them on the recent Erasure haul video where I got the live Erasure album World Be Live from their Discogs page. I'm talking about Vinyl Tap out of Huddersfield. They've got lots of good stuff on their site, so I must remember to leave a link to their site down in the description text box, and of course you may also find them on Discogs as I did originally, but definitely check out their website. I just thought I'd do some searches on the site for some artists I've been collecting, and what do you know, an album I've been wanting for ages now. They had it, and a good price as well. I think $30.99 for a 2-disc set, and it's new and sealed as well. I'm talking about the elusive Erotica by Madonna. So my Madonna collection now is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, complete as to how I want it to be complete anyway, as I was only really collecting the 80s and 90s albums, plus I've also got music from 2000, which isn't technically the 90s, but that was a fairly good price from Dig Music a while ago. This has been the one that I've been struggling to find at a good price. I've seen plenty of copies out there on Discogs mainly, but just all from international sellers, and you know how it is, I say it every time. You've got extra postage, you've got taxes. So to find this for under £35 including postage from a UK seller as well, Vinyl Tap, delighted. They sent a free protector. They also sent another one of their flyers there. I think I got one of these last time with the Erasure album. But yeah, I was expecting this to be second hand, but it's actually new and sealed this. I've not unsealed it yet. I think it may also be a gatefold sleeve too. I'm not going to get it open today because it's only standard black vinyl, but it's 2 discs. It's Madonna's album from 1992. I think I'm getting the date right there. The lead single off it was the title track, Erotica. What other singles are on here? It will say on the hype sticker there. Deeper and Deeper and Rain were 2 other singles. Now then, I'm not expecting this to become my all-time favourite Madonna album. I know this got quite negative reviews back in the day, and I don't think it's aged massively well in Madonna's back catalogue. You'll remember recently, and that ended up being a completely free album as well, which was a massive bonus. But I got 1998's Ray of Light, which was my main Madonna want, with Erotica a close second. That remains an absolutely brilliant Madonna album with some really strong singles on. None of the singles on here for me are particularly strong, but I've never listened to the whole album before. Just a quick butchers at the back of it there. Really happy because this does fill that one remaining space in the Madonna albums collection for me now. Will I get more Madonna from the 2000s up to the present day? You never know. I never say never really. It's just I'm satisfied at the moment anyway with my Madonna collection being complete now. Maybe I'll fancy getting some more of her albums from the 2000s and maybe even beyond, especially if I see some sales or some good deals at any point. But Erotica by Madonna, really happy to finally have that. And although I don't expect that it's going to be my favourite Madonna album, I enjoy pretty much her work overall. Everything that I've got of hers so far. There's good stuff on every single album, and some albums in particular, like I say, Ray of Light and also Like a Prayer, is just really good and really consistent. So thank you to Vinyl Tap for that. And don't forget to check them out on their website and or on Discogs. Right then, we move over to another website who I have used before, but not for a little while. This is a purchase from Coda Records. I'll probably leave a link for Coda in the description as well, because it's been a while since I've used them. I do often see them advertising on Facebook and Instagram particularly, and they've always got some sort of sale or offer going. And at the moment, at the time of me recording, it's still going as well. They've got a half-price selected vinyl sale. I saw the ad on Facebook, so I thought, oh yeah, Coda, I've not used those for a little while. I'll see what they've got. One of the half-price items, original recommended retail price, at least on their website, $39.99, and I compared it with where I knew it would be available on a couple of other sites as well, and it was around the sort of £35 to £40 mark on the other sites I checked, but down to $19.99 and then a little bit in postage, so about £23 all in. Let's get this open. Now then, this was quite an impulsive purchase. It's for something dropped down there, I don't know what that was. It's for a band who originally got started in the 60s. I've only got one album by this band up until now. This makes two. My dad was a massive fan. He absolutely loved this group, and he did see them as well at a now demolished venue in Chesterfield back in the late 60s when they were considered still a psychedelic group, and then from the early 70s onwards they sort of moved into being the sort of undisputed leaders of progressive rock. So there's some clues for you. And you'll see why this is a bit impulsive, because this isn't even a studio album by this lot. We do have a little invoice there. But here is the album. It's by Pink Floyd, and it's live at Nebworth 1990. I think it's because it was half off. I thought, you know what, I've been threatening to maybe get some more Pink Floyd into the collection at some point, because although I didn't used to like them when I was a kid, I've kind of started enjoying and appreciating Floyd more as I'm older. And I do like live albums generally, and knowing Pink Floyd and how meticulous they are with sound quality and things like that, I think as far as live albums go, this will be a really good sounding one. Apparently this has been pressed at 45 RPM, so I need to remember to play it at the correct speed. You automatically assume that when it's a 12-inch size record, it'll play at 33 RPM, but you have to play this at 45 because that apparently enhances the audio due to the way it was pressed. I don't know, I think a lot of it's kind of snake oil, really. There's not many tracks on. Nebworth 1990, that was sort of an in-between period for Pink Floyd. I think they'd just not long come off their Delicate Sound of Thunder world tour, and then it would be a few years before they released the Division Bell and they tore that album. So from what I know about Nebworth in 1990, it was like some sort of festival, possibly a charity festival. Pink Floyd are one of a few quite big acts on the bill, so it's not a particularly massive set. In fact, it looks like there's only 7 tracks on this. One of them is Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 to 5. So that's really more than one track, but it's classed as one, and it's got to be quite long. You know, I think I'll get my money's worth. Certainly at £20. I wouldn't pay £40 for this, or even 30 really. I didn't want it that much. Although 20 quid for an official Pink Floyd release. It's quite new as well. I think this came out last year, or possibly the year before, but no longer than that. I like the artwork. I think Pink Floyd's album sleeves are always really nice. I've ordered some more Pink Floyd stuff that I'll hopefully be showing you in due course. I won't say much more about it, but it's a couple of pre-orders. One thing is out very soon, so hopefully I'll be showing you that at some point this month, touch wood. And the other thing, another pre-order, but that's not out till September. Yeah, really happy with that for the price that I paid. I didn't want it so much that I would have paid full whack for it, but half price off. There was a few interesting albums that were half price, but this one in particular, given that I've been threatening to get more Pink Floyd in the collection, I thought why not. Incidentally, the only other Pink Floyd album I've got in my collection up until live at Nebworth was the Division Bell on mini disc. It was quite an expensive mini disc, but Pink Floyd on MD is an absolute money pit, and I actually got a pretty good deal. I think it was around £40, which is quite high for any recorded album, but believe me, for a Pink Floyd mini disc, that was an absolute bargain. And the Division Bell is a good album. I did start liking Pink Floyd more when I used to hear my dad play the Division Bell when I was sort of probably about 14 years old, I think I was when that came out, because it was around 1994, I think. Delightful couple of purchases today from Coda. We've got Pink Floyd Nebworth The live album from 1990, never been released up until now, by the way, so it's not like it's a reissue of an old live album either, although the concert is obviously 32 years old as we speak. The album itself had never been released before. And of course, I showed you at the start, Erotica by Madonna from Vinyl Tap. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this look at two albums from two massive artists, the Queen of Pop, Madonna, and the undisputed leaders of progressive rock themselves, Pink Floyd. I want to say special thanks to all of my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. Please see my Patreon link and my Facebook group link, and of course a link for Urban Jungle Contents Insurance, all down in the description text box. I'm going to go now, and I'll ask it because I like to have a chat with you in the comments, and probably by the time this video comes out I probably won't have listened to either of these anyway. So I'm going to ask you, which would you put on first? Probably not going to be an awful lot of Pink Floyd fans out there who are my regular viewers and commenters, but you never know. Madonna is certainly a little bit more mainstream in that respect. I'm pretty certain that there's going to be some VC members out there, members of the vinyl community, who are really into Pink Floyd. I'm certainly more on the casual end of things with Floyd, but I'm really excited to listen to Nebworth 1990, and I will do that and listen to Madonna Erotica, and I do hope that all of you will join me again next time for my next record collecting video. Cheers everyone. See ya!